potential winners right here. Don't sleep on this. Not something you would normally see at Eurovision. I don't know if this is actually my highest ranking song so far. Holy fucking fuck. Shockingly probably to y'all, I sadly cannot seem to connect with this song for the love of me at all. Is it my personal winner as of now? A masterpiece of an entry. To me, this just feels like it's trying too hard to be emotional. The most gut-wrenching song of Eurovision 2025. This is a potential winner right here. I'm calling it now. This is winning the jury vote. Are you dense by any chance? I think people are being a little bit too optimistic. I don't give a fuck. It's great. Who does that? Who does that? This is not Eurovision's best friend contest. You are sick for this. What more do you want? If that happens, I'm a fucking tram. Are you fucking taking the piss right now? I'm willing to place a bet on losing my left leg. That's how confident I am in this song's chances. I am a wreck. I am a wreck. Hello, hi, вітаю, добре дошли. It's your boy, Gottem. The Eurovision 2025 national final season is well over.
You're kidding.
We have gotten all of the 37 competing entries this year. The running orders have been revealed. Discussions about winners have started, and we are still not done with reviewing all songs. I am so done with my ass.
You are one thick cow.
This year we had 27 whole national finals. I mean, we could have had 28 if Moldova didn't fumble the bag, but we shall set aside the mourning over Moldova's non-participation this year for a different time.
What a mess.
My point is that we had a fucking lot of national finals this year, but what really made this year's Eurovision from somewhat okay to a great edition was the internal selections.
And that is the truth of the matter.
And that's a perfect segue into announcing why we're gathered around today.
Dyslexia.
In today's lovely episode, we will be talking about the songs that saved Eurovision 2025, all 5 of which were internally selected.
I'm so happy someone made a fucking video about this.
In this video, we will be talking about Austria, Czechia, France, the Netherlands, and Switzerland.
Which is good for Björkman.
We will be doing what we do in every single episode. We will be diving deep, and I mean deep, Adonis,
Gay boy.
into the lyrics of each song, the messages, their musicality. We'll be going over their chances in the contest by doing a little bit of a prediction, which shall be fun since we have potential winners right here.
Yeah, keeping it real.
And of course, we shall be ranking each and every 5 of these songs using the well-trusted and established at this point Gottem Eurovision Formula, which you should know by heart at this point.
Who cares? Who cares?
When I come to your bed at night and I wake you up at 2 a.m., you should be able to recite it within 2 seconds. If not, truth or consequences.
I was sharpening my knife.
But yeah, this shall be fun. We have 5 whole entries to be discussing in this episode, analyzing them and ripping them to shreds, of course. So before doing so, however, a quick little reminder that you should subscribe and join the lovely Gottem Mental Asylum. We have a lot of fun around here.
Honestly.
We are a new channel on the Eurovision YouTube scene, and by liking, subscribing, sharing this video with your Polish aunt, you will be helping me a lot, and God knows I need a lot of help.
No,
But yeah, at this point, you know the deal. So we'll be going over each entry, starting with the one I enjoy the least, moving up to my favorite one, and the one which I sob to almost every night.
There's something wrong with you, hon.
And we are hitting off our journey with Austria.
I'm gonna say Austria.
Austria.
Okay, we are starting off with Austria, an entry which shockingly probably to y'all, I do not enjoy as much as everyone else seems to be loving.
You're joking.
The Austrians this year have decided to be once again totally unpredictable and do something different. Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
And they have selected JJ with the song Wasted. Listen now, I can see the appeal, but I sadly cannot seem to connect with this song for the love of me at all.
Just not.
It's hardly in my top 20, and let me tell you why that is. Even though I really like JJ, he seems fun as fuck with these live streams.
You don't have clear skin or something.
Aside from where he draws his inspirations from.
That alone tells you how stupid you are.
This is not Eurovision's best friend contest, but the Eurovision Song Contest. Emphasis on song.
Song contest. Emphasis on song.
And the reason why I do not enjoy this song a whole lot is because, controversial opinion, it seems artificial to me.
I don't like her songs.
That's the issue. It's an emotional ballad, but I struggle with the emotional part. It feels artificially made with the purpose of tugging on heartstrings. It seems to have been created with the sole intention of trying too hard to be emotional.
Everything about it is just so formulaic. It's like, oh, it's a Eurovision song.
And unlike France's and Switzerland's songs, which we'll discuss a little bit later,
Dyslexia.
it does not feel honest. It really does not feel honest to me. We'll get to these two a little bit later, but side by side, I can and have been touched by these songs. And Austria's one seems a bit shallow and plastic.
You're kidding me.
It lacks that pure rawness and honesty, which, in my opinion, is crucial for an emotional, slow song.
There's no sophistication. There's no decency.
The attention-grabbing aspect of this entry is, obviously, his vocals, as this at the end of the day is a pop opera song whether you like it or not. And yes, his vocals are absolutely impeccable, which shouldn't shock you. Does not shock me, as JJ studies at the Vienna State Opera, which is one of the most, if not the most, prestigious opera houses in the whole world. And only a selected number of people have the privilege of studying and being trained there. And if you're one of them, then you well know you are awfully talented.
It was good, wasn't it? Let's face it.
I personally do not like pop opera as much at all, actually.
You're a nasty bitch of a girl.
Well, I absolutely love classical opera. That's my bitch. Classic opera I will forever defend and love, but I do not like when opera is combined and mixed with other genres. I don't like that at all.
Oh no! No way!
Which is probably why The Code was far from being my winner last year. My point is that his vocals are great, and he'll most definitely perform the shit out of this song live in Basel. But yeah, I just cannot seem to connect. I just cannot connect with the song for the love of me. I'm not moved at all, and before y'all started riling up the Amish in the comments, I suggest we move on to my specialty, hyperfixating on Eurovision lyrics. You already know. My streak of being unimpressed will have to be continued here as well.
All you've done is complain about.
I'm sorry, loves, but to me this just feels like it's trying too hard to be emotional.
There's no message.
And the lyrical content, in my opinion, is low-key mid and leaves a lot to be desired. Let's just say that.
Trash and scum.
Especially the lyric, you don't want to go under, so you let me go under.
Beyond abysmal.
Yeah, this is not good at all. Dare I say horrid.
Can't you ever have a friendly evening? Can you not do that?
For the rest of the song, the lyrics are just about fine. Nothing too bad or interesting. And I do not know which one is the worst, to be fair.
Really fake and gay.
The song paints the picture of someone who has been left heartbroken after an encounter with unreciprocated love, which left them empty and drained out of feelings. As we can see in the lyrics, now that you're gone, all I have is wasted love, this wasted love. Now that you're gone, can't fill my heart with wasted love, this wasted love. The feeling of inner anguish suffocates the person and makes them utterly empty, which makes them question what kind of person one has to be to do that to them.
And you know you.
You left me in the deep end, I'm drowning in my feelings, how do you not see that? And yet, somehow, they're still holding on to hope, despite all odds. I'm floating all alone, still I'm holding on to hope. Yeah, that's all I can possibly make myself to say about this. I have literally stretched out the meaning of the song to the fullest, just to try to come across as unbiased and not the biggest hater of this song.
I'm out.
But yeah, I really don't care for these lyrics.
I am out.
They lack that rawness I want to see from a song that tries to be emotional.
And that is the truth of the matter.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get a little bit more positive and let's now focus on our inner Baba Vanga and connect with the universe in the mission of trying to predict what the actual fuck this song will get in the contest in terms of results.
There's more.
Obviously, this song is second place in the bookies right now for winning Eurovision 2025, and we cannot negate that. And for a good reason. This song has the big potential of getting a stellar result at the contest, especially coming from a win of a pop opera song. It's only fair that a song like this would be second in the odds.
It's a generic song. You don't need to sprinkle glitter on it.
Austria will be performing in the first half of the second semi-final. JJ will be performing sixth, to be more specific. I think it will be utterly outrageous to seriously discuss whether this song will make the final or not. Duh, it's sailing through.
Okay.
Much like the other entries that we're going to be discussing in this video, qualification is not really an issue, and like the others in this video, it does not need to rely on neighbors or diaspora or blog voting. So yeah, this is easily making it through the final, but I don't think they will actually be winning the semi. But more on that on a future video, so make sure to subscribe. Enough.
Who cares? Who cares?
The actual question y'all probably want me to answer right now is whether Austria can win Eurovision 2025. Simple answer, in my opinion, no. Let's get into it. One very important, hell, even crucial aspect of this will be the performance.
I'm an actress.
Specifically the staging. We know that Sergio Haiyan will be staging this, you know, the guy from Bambi Thug, Doomsday Blue, Ireland 2024. That performance, that one, yeah, he staged that.
Whoever's behind this is a magician.
And I do think he will do a good job. I do think that this entry will be staged perfectly. But the reason why I feel like this will not win is A, this is clearly a jury bait song, and I do not see this winning the juries. I see another song which will be discussed further down in the video.
You're joking.
Yeah, this will be top 3 with the juries. We are not trying to negate that right now, but I don't think it's gonna win the juries.
Thank God.
And B is because this is a pop opera song and there is this little thing called recency bias, and that will impact the televote and maybe even the jury score of this entry. Nemo won last year with a pop opera song, and I know we are gonna start whining in the comments. Nemo's song was not popular at all. It was a plates and forks and the whole kitchen thrown into one. Dear Despacitos, I'm aware of that. I'm really aware of that. Let me tell you something. The code has collectively 1 whole minute of operatic elements, with the exception of the rap verse, which is exactly, it literally lasts 20 seconds, and the rest of the song is literally just a pop opera track. So point is, the code was a pop opera song. That's the truth of the matter.
And that is the truth of the matter.
JJ's song is a ballad, but that does not make it less of a pop opera song. What's not clicking?
Sit down and shut up.
I do think a lot of people will remember the winner from last year, Nemo, and their song, and would be reluctant to vote for a pop opera entry again this year.
Some people have to fill the lower ranking.
Also, we have not gotten 2 consecutive winners coming from the same genre, winning back to back. In 20 whole years. Yeah, it has happened before, but in 20 whole years, it hasn't happened, so...
Listen, boo, you can shake your head all you want.
Also, pop opera does not always perform that well in Eurovision. The code was not even top 3 with the televote last year, so I hardly doubt that Wasted Love, which in my opinion is a weaker song, would manage to get a top 5 with the televote score when there are so many televote bait songs this year, and entries that are more likely to get that.
And that is the truth of the matter.
So for now, I predict a top 5 finish, but a win, I don't think.
I don't think.
Okay, now that we have dragged this entry, which I know you're gonna be hating on me for, I suggest we pull out the Gottem Eurovision Formula and rank this song.
Oh my God.
Let me first introduce you to the categories. We have message, lyrics, musical value, originality and authenticity, potential, and finally, and arguably the most important one, the Jon Olasand wow factor. So let's start immediately by starting with message. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Nothing too spectacular, no honesty.
There's no message.
Lyrics, I will give 4 out of 10. Musical value, 6 out of 10. I do appreciate the production as much as I can. Originality and authenticity, I'm gonna give this song a 4. It's just not very inspiring to me, sorry. Potential, I'm gonna put my bias aside and I'm gonna give 8 to this because it does have a lot of potential. And finally, the Jon Ole Sand wow factor, a solid 5 for this entry, with the combined average of 5.33, which is a shockingly low result for this entry.
I'm not gonna take this! You cannot do this!
I know, but it's just not my cup of tea. If it's yours, then that's fine. That's the thing which we try to appreciate on this channel, is different musical tastes, even when you're wrong. So do with that what you will.
I've said what I came to say.
But in all honesty, I wish him all the best. I think this is a very nice attempt. Peace, love, and beauty blender.
Look like a beauty blender.
And that brings us to song number 2, The Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Okay, one of my many homes and my current one, the Netherlands.
Beste reizigers.
As an honorary Dutchie at this point, who has been living in the Netherlands for almost a year now. Holy shit.
I am turning into a white woman.
I'm telling you too much about my personal life, but you get it.
I have to cover this entry and try to give it its flowers.
Compliment season.
The Netherlands, as per usual, have opted for quality when internally selecting their entry for Eurovision. They have chosen Claude with the song C'est la vie. Okay, I love this guy. He's such a talented young artist that has already risen to quite a bit of fame.
All around the towns and everything.
And for a good reason. He makes bomb music, even though it's not my personal cup of tea. Again, I cannot be positive for 2 fucking minutes.
Can't you ever have a friendly evening? Can you not do that?
This is a standard radio pop-friendly song that is catchy, which I have already heard a million times while doing my groceries in Albert Heijn, consisting of cheap energy drinks and red wine, which explains a lot. It has a broad appeal that cannot be denied, even though it's not exactly reinventing the wheel. It still has a quality production behind it and a good sound, which explains why it's so universally well liked. It's definitely not my personal favorite of the year.
Does this song need to be heard? I'm not so sure.
But I do enjoy listening to it and vibing to it. Am I gonna skip it on the queue? No, I won't.
No.
It also draws inspiration from Stromae. We all know who that legend is. Love it.
Which is Christopher Bjorkman.
They're from similar background, and most importantly, similar music style. And I think that's great. Fucking great.
Shout out to y'all.
I say we jump into the message and the lyrics. This song is an homage and a tribute to Claude's mother. And here's what he said about the song. As a little boy and throughout my youth, she taught me to see the positive in the things you experience in life. Even when you experience setbacks, even though it looks very dark for a moment, you should always focus on the bright side. That is exactly the message I want to convey. Life is not always easy. It goes up, it goes down, and around. But c'est la vie. Sous la vous.
Or whatever.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today?
Did you pray today?
Don't talk shite.
That's so sweet. I cannot deny that. I have to love and appreciate this about the song. As a boy who loves his mama and whose mother is his personal hero, I give you your flowers for that.
10.
But let's not get too weak. Soy boy, the woke left right now.
Let the big bad wolf handle it from here.
Snap out of it. We are haters at the end of the day here. So let's just rip the lyrics to shreds. Okay, ripped to shreds is a little bit too harsh. There is nothing particularly awful, horrid, or really bad about these lyrics. They are endearing and honest, but with that there is little to no sophistication behind them.
It's a generic song, you don't need to sprinkle glitter on it.
Which again to some is absolutely okay, whatever, but I hyperfixate on lyrics.
Actually an expert on all matters that are fake and gay.
So that is what I do. Did you pray today? Did you pray today? I need to snap out of it.
Beyond abysmal.
But my point still stands. I need to be crying, screaming, throwing up, and this is not making me do that. It's like this, it's like that. It's up and it's down. It goes up, it goes down, and around and around. These lines clearly trying to portray the tribulations of living life and the many adversities each and every human goes through while on this journey, which is also reaffirmed in the lyrics. That's la 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 life. That's la 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 life.
Beyond abysmal.
I don't like when songs use la 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 in the lyrics. Aside from ish ba la 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 la. Yeah, I have to be perfectly honest with you guys and admit that I think the lyrics are just fine. But that's about it.
You are grounded.
There is no depth behind them really. They are endearing, but that's it. And they leave me with desire for more.
And that is the truth of the matter.
However, to not be another awful, malicious bitch, a cunt, I do have to say that I really like the lines. Sometimes in love, sometimes miserable. I still hear my mama's voice inside of me. The melody, that is really, really sweet.
Hope you keep on serving cunt.
Okay, prediction time. Let's get into it. Much like Austria's entry, here as well the topic of qualification is absolutely useless to be discussed, as this is easily qualifying for the final. Claude is performing in the second half of the first semi-final, 13th to be exact, and yeah, this is just making the final, period, point blank.
From now on, this topic is out of bounds.
However, in terms of his chances in the final, I think people are being a little bit too optimistic. I think this would do just fine. But I don't think this is gunning for a win or even a top 5 finish. The juries will most likely really like this song, and they might even put it in their top 5 because first of all, it's a good song, it's a safe option, and juries sometimes do like that in a song. They rather do safe. And that's if Claude brushes on them vocals a bit.
Oh, we have a problem.
Since he did sound a little bit shaky at Eurovision in concert and his other live performances as well. If he sounds good live in the final, then my point stands.
Everything's gonna be alright. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm just not too sure about how the televote will respond to this. I think it could be forgotten, and that is my worry with it. I can picture the Netherlands getting around 80 points from the televote, which is fine and a good result, but the best I can see for this song is around 7th place in the final, or something along the lines of a lower top 10, or maybe even an 11th place, which, hey, it's still a good result, but I have no clue why it's 5th in the bookies. Who is betting on this? Because this is not winning.
And that is the truth of the matter.
It's time to rank this. So, pull out the Gottem criteria again. Message, 7 out of 10. Very endearing, very sweet, I relate. Lyrics, 5 out of 10. Musical value, 6 out of 10. Originality and authenticity, also a 6 out of 10. Potential, I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't know why I sounded surprised there. And finally, the Jon Ola sound wow factor, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. With the combined average of 6.17 for the Netherlands this year, I am proud of our entry. That's not my entry.
Go home, Gail.
Yeah, I'm genuinely satisfied. I think it's a good entry. I think the Netherlands are still sending quality, and in all honesty, it was never gonna be Maastricht 2026, but maybe next year. Who knows?
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
And that brings us to the next song, which is France. Okay, now we're talking. We have entered Gottem's top 10 territory, finally.
Which is good for Björkman.
All of these songs are quite high in my top 10, and I'm clearly so excited to yap about them, so I'd say we continue with France's choice for Eurovision 2025, and after years and years of calls for her to take part in the contest, the French are sending Luan with her song Maman. Listen, I fucking love this song. I have cried to it at least a couple of times, and that's because, as I already mentioned in Austria's bit, it's so raw, sincere and honest. First of all, clearly the French are continuing their streak of sending songs that sound more French than anything. This sounds so French, but it's not done in a cliche way like last year with Slimane. God, that was enough.
Just omit across the board immediately with the mention of Paris. Even worse, French mid. You know those people, the French, you know them people, like those people, the French, bland. They're really bland. Stop talking about love. Stop. Let alone not the love of a French man catching cases right now speaking about come back to Paris. Be
beyond abysmal.
And from the looks of it, the French delegation are really confident of the chances of this song, as they're doing everything in their power to set up a momentum for this entry. I mean, come on, it was debuted at the Stade de France during the halftime of a match in the Six Nations Tournament Show League, whatever, don't watch sports. Who does that? Who does that?
Who cares? Who cares?
And I mean, realistically, appropriate for this song. It's not only an emotional ballad, but it just feels so grand in terms of production and sonicality. That's not a real word.
Dyslexia.
It's just absolutely banging. Hell, it's minging.
Don't talk shite.
The central part of the song is not the musicality, however, it's the message it conveys. It's about loss, heavy loss, and the grieving that comes with it.
We're not made of steel. We're not made of rock.
Mama is a tribute to Luan's mother, who died of cancer in 2014, when Luan was only 17 years old. It's a sequel to one of her previous songs with the same title.
Oh my gosh.
I suggest we dive deep into the lyrics, since there is a shit ton of things to touch upon. Finally, some good fucking food, am I right?
I love that!
First of all, we are introduced to the topic of grief, which is arguably the most central part of this entry. There are no more one-night stands. There are no more beds. In the end, you see, I've built my life. These lines are deeply reflective of the past, of Luan's way of grieving her loss, which, from what we can understand, used to be damaging and chaotic. No more nightstands portrays that emotional growth and departure from the old damaging habits. The theme of grief and longing are solidified in the lyrics, and the emptiness is vast, the questions too. How are you? Do you see everything here? She tries to seek relief for this emotional void within her by asking these questions directed to her late mother. She tries to confirm her belief that she is emotionally ever present and looks out for her despite not being physically there for her. The second theme, which is really central to the song, is the transformation and the cycle of life. From you, I kept everything that makes me who I am. These lines express the idea that we carry our parents with us. Luan, despite the pain, has managed to hold on to the things which she learned from her mother and embraces them to the fullest. She almost says that she is a continuation of her and seeks to affirm the idea that even though she is gone, Luan carries her everywhere with her. The concept of motherhood is further explored in the lines. I'm better, I know where I'm going, I stopped counting the years, and if I wanted to stop time, now it's me she calls mom. They paint the picture of this personal profound shift in Luan's life. She's now a mother herself, and she's also a mother. She is now the mother to a daughter, the source of comfort and safety for another child, her child. The line, I've stopped counting the years, and if I wanted to stop time, and now it's me she calls mom. What if I jump right now? What if I jump right now?
I'm out.
Luan, you are sick for this. I love this line.
It was good, wasn't it? Let's face it.
It's so touching and beautiful, yet bittersweet. She still yearns for her mother, and this absence is still painful, but she manages to find a way for healing through having her own child, her own daughter. Actually, and I will mention this again for Switzerland, I'm wearing something very special to me for this episode.
Talk about the styling, we have none.
This is my mother's flannel from the early 2000s, so it's well old now, but I have so many pictures of her holding me as a baby while wearing this flannel, and I just love it. And that's why I connect with the song so much. I love my mother so much. I resonate with the message of the song, which makes me a mess.
Why have you forsaken me?
Before I shed a tear and turn into a mess, let's move on to the Vanga bullshit right now.
I can't wait to find out.
So, this is a potential winner right here. I'm calling it now. This is winning the jury vote. Bookmark it, hate me all you want, it's winning the jury vote. Enough.
He's got to be the winner. Sorry, Charles.
Even if she doesn't, this is so getting top 3 with the juries. And now onto the televote. Yeah, if this comes across, which I think that the sincerity and pure emotion of this song should do that, and also the fact that it's in French and a lot of people speak French, this will most definitely get a slim man televote score, if not a better one.
You know what? My prayers are going to start now.
Yo, this can so easily sneak in and take it all. It's insane.
Listen, boo, you can shake your head all you want.
And from what we know, the guys staging this, the French delegation are throwing everything, the kitchen sink, everything to secure the win this year.
Folks, look on your computers.
In all honesty, I wouldn't be mad at all.
I love Greece.
So now that we have talked enough on this song, I say we continue with the ranking, which shall be better than the last previous 2 entries.
You silly cunt.
So let's hit things off with the message. I give a 9 out of 10. Absolutely beautiful. And I also give a 9 out of 10 for the lyrics as well.
What are we doing? What is this? Where am I?
Everything is so touching. It's so beautiful and sincere. Musical value, I will give it a 7 out of 10. Originality and authenticity, I'm willing to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Potential, as I said, this has a ton of potential. So I'm gonna give it a 9 because it is a potential winner at the end of the day. Finally, for the Jon Olesand wow factor, I'm gonna give this a 7 with the combined average of 8.1, which is a great fucking result. I'm in love with the French entry this year. I think they are on a path to win after such a long time. And in all honesty, knowing where I live, I wouldn't mind France 2026, so bring it on, why not? I'm down for it. Oui, oui. Je m'appelle la France. Ouais.
Je m'appelle le français.
On to the next country and...
Someone take my coat. I'm about to get ready.
Czechia.
Hide your kids, put them to bed, because it's going down. This is not a PG-13 friendly channel at all.
This is a family-friendly channel, you know that.
Is it really?
So take caution, because Czechia have absolutely outdone themselves this year, and they have selected Adonis with the song Kiss Kiss Goodbye.
Kiss, kiss, goodbye.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. This man, holy fucking fuck, this man. Are you fucking joking me right now? Are you fucking taking the piss right now?
Like I actually had my body had a reaction with it.
Oh, honestly.
Let me start off by saying everything I need to get out of my chest. I want this man to the living out of me. Everything. I want him to Slovak, Czech, Hunter. I want him to in my don't care. I need him to and show. I want to over and over and over again.
This is disgusting.
Okay, now that we have scared everyone off, let's carry on. And you know what? Bang it, bite it, bruise it. I cannot believe I just quoted Fiona Apple in this way. I am so sorry to my mother.
This is vulgar, but I love it.
Knowing myself and my love for anything with a pose that has a mustache, and with my streak with Slovak man, yeah, I fear I need him real bad.
Oh, you faggot.
I met him at Eurovision in concert. And I made a fool out of myself, which I was surprised. But he did laugh. So that's great. I think I have a chance. I think I should DM him.
Honest. Sometimes the thing.
Come here. Look at Adonis. I can't offer much. I am just about average. And yes, I'm a 20-year-old motherfucker who cannot do much other than weep, whine, and yap and hate all day. But I am funny, I think.
Somebody lied to her several times.
And I can cook a bomb-ass borscht, so... Adonis, I'm just saying that once you go Ukraine, you're gonna be screaming with sex pain, so...
Don't talk shite!
Okay, enough. But yeah, honestly, he's such a sweetheart. Not only he took that picture with me, but he made sure to meet every single fan at Eurovision in concert and take a picture. And he spent so much outside with everyone.
Shout out to y'all, that's flirtatious.
And yeah, a lovely husband I have. Also, fucking insane. He is 8 feet tall. Literally towers over everyone and everything. That includes my short ass as well. And I never knew that I was going to be thirsting over Slenderman on the internet, but here we are. Honestly, his performance at Eurovision in concert left me speechless. I was already really into the song before, but seeing it live, my god, that performance was epic.
I love that!
His voice, to die for. He has such stage presence as well. He moves so well on the stage. And the dance break, you guys, it's amazing. Stop fucking whining. I don't give a fuck. It's great.
And you eat meats. I'm sorry.
It's such a well-written and musically competent entry. It's beyond anything. So well constructed, so engaging. It's just unbelievable.
I'm pregnant. I feel pregnant.
Now on to the lyrics and the message of the song, which I adore. Adore. Adonis, marry me. So the title of the song, Kiss Kiss Goodbye, not only shows the core of the song, which is reclaiming your power, but also refers to his own personal story, his father leaving him as a child. Something very real. Let me tell you this, as a fatherless bitch myself, real. It's a powerful personal anthem that combines themes of abandonment, that deep emotional reckoning, self-empowerment and forgiveness, self-forgiveness, framed through the lens of a toxic or a failed relationship. It also draws from Adonis' own personal and very real experience of being abandoned, making the message both intimate and universally resonant.
This is taking me to the imperial heights of my inner realm.
Back to the title of the song, Kiss Kiss Goodbye. It's repeated, which clearly positions it as the main leitmotif of the song. And it sounds tender and sweet, but in reality it's clear-cut. Final farewell. Farewell to pain, to the past, to suffering, to anguish, to the people who have wronged and stopping them from doing that again. It's the closing of a chapter.
Whoever's behind this is a magician.
The line, now keep your half apologies, drunk in apathy over and over again, is a simple rejection. He breaks the cycle of hurt and false affection. The speaker, Adonis, refuses to take upon himself and really interact with insincere regrets, half apologies, highlighting the decision to step out of victimhood. With the lines, one kiss of love, one kiss of desperation, in a moment two of us collide, Adonis conveys through the metaphor of collision that love and desperation intertwine, making it unclear whether it was even real or just a mirage. With the line, only one survives when the night arrives, that reaffirms the theme of welfare by choosing himself. He is breaking out of his pattern by choosing himself. I relate. This is why you should choose me, Adonis. I will never wrong you.
Can you just shut up and try to watch the telly?
Foolishness aside, I love the message and the lyrical content, and I think it's not talked about enough. It's so sincere and effective, and I love that. On to predicting the outcome of this phenomenal entry, and I will try to put my bias aside. I know it's hard as a married man, but listen when I say this. This will outperform. This will outperform. This will outperform every expectation.
The act is selling sex, and I'm buying it.
First of all, semi 2, second half, great spot in the semi, and he's sailing through. There is no question. I see y'all trying to say shock non-qualifier everywhere. Are you dance by any chance?
There's something wrong with you, hon.
If that happens, I'm a fucking tram. I'm willing to place a bet on losing my left leg. That's how confident I am in this song's chances.
What?
Literally, come on, what do you mean non-qualifier? Man can sing, he's charismatic, great gowns and styling, good looking, and the song is fabulous. He has stage praise. What more do you want? What more do you want?
Stop it!
At your age.
This will not only qualify, but this will get top 10. This will get top 10. Top 10. You heard me. You see me. You see when I'm right. And I want y'all to come back and say, thank you, Gottem, you are right when that happens. Okay? Good.
From now on, this topic is out of bounds.
Juries are gonna fall in love with it, especially with his vocals, but also the song. This is coming top 7 with the juries, surely. The televote might be a bit of a struggle, but I will throw him a vote or two. I mean, I will throw hands on him when I catch him at Hero Club. That's for sure. I can see the televote not appreciating the song enough, but I still think that the top 10 finish
Oh, shut up.
is inevitable. Now that I have been feeling like a dog in heat for the past minutes, I think, aside from it coming, it's time to rank this entry. Starting off with the message, I'm gonna give Czechia's entry, Czech counter entry, an 8 out of 10 when it comes to message. Lyrics, I'm gonna give 7.5. Also, musical value, I'm also gonna give a 7.5. Originality and authenticity, I'm gonna give this an 8. It's so deeply personal to him. This is his own very real experience, which, even though it's universal, it's still his. It's really authentic when you think about it.
And that is the truth of the matter.
Potential, I'm gonna give it a 7. I cannot lie, I see tons and tons and tons of potential with this. And finally, for the Jon Olesen wow factor, I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. With the combined average of 7.58 for Czechia this year. No, honesty, I really think we should all get behind this entry because I really want to go to Prague for 2026. I really do. Aside from the fact that I have been thirsting for the past minutes, I think that this song is great. I think this entry is absolutely fabulous. And
tequila makes me both horny and very drunk.
Adonis, if you're watching this, my DMs are always open, is all I'm trying to say.
devin@RamyWooWooBlogs.com.
And finalizing this lovely episode, we shall be talking about my favorite entry out of the pack.
I can't wait to find out.
Switzerland.
One of my winners this year, yes, there are a couple of them, and the most gut-wrenching song of Eurovision 2025, Switzerland's entry, Voyage by Zoe Me. If y'all only knew how many times I have sobbed to this song. The fact that Switzerland continues their insanely good streak in the contest, even when they're hosting, is insane to me.
And that is the truth of the matter.
Most countries, when they host, they decide to either do something completely outlandish,
Beyond abysmal.
or just send a mid-safe song. But no, Switzerland is still showing you hoes how it's done.
And that is the truth of the matter.
This is such a raw song. It's sincere in the purest way possible. It's not pretending to be something. It's not trying to be dramatic just for the sake of being dramatic.
Austria.
And it's not trying to win. It's a good song. It's an honest song. It's a real song. Period, point blank.
I've said what I came to say.
First of all, in terms of musicality, it's minimalistic, yet dramatic and impactful.
Vamos a soltar la bomba!
It's intimate and gentle, and then we get that dramatic switch with a sudden drop, paired with the lovely visuals we get from the music video of the flashing shots of the flowers falling down, breaking, crushing. And then we get that beautiful key change, which serves as the perfect culmination and outro. Which just again tugs on your heartstrings and is just the perfect culmination to this masterpiece of an entry.
That was so powerful.
Okay, let's move on to the reason why I am so in love with this entry, the deep lyricism within it, which just makes me sob and cry and scream and throw up. Voyage is a haunting song that dives deep into a concept which I love in music and literature, forgiving yourself. While musically restrained, not even restrained, but
Dyslexia.
it's utterly gut-wrenching beneath, exploring topics such as trauma, healing, and the difficult, painful process of self-forgiveness. Much like the title of the song, Voyage, it takes you on a journey. Let's start with the line, "My candid eyes discover the world," in a naive way that confounds the demons of the night. It directly pushes us into the mood and essence of the song. It presents us with the imagery of innocence and gentleness.
My prayers are going to start now.
Which is solidified further in the song by the flower motif, which we'll get back to in a second. But this is the first introduction to it. Naive and candid, just like a flower, just like the inner child each of us carries inside. Both needing nurture. The naive look of the world represents the hidden hope within each of us that there is still real and good qualities within people, that they have not lost their essence.
Oh, if only that was true.
Which is juxtaposed with the metaphor of the demons. That could represent the sad reality of the corrupted majority of society nowadays.
It's a world in crisis, honey!
It represents the fact that no matter how we try to conceal it and put this mask on of toughness, we are still children on the inside that carry this innocence. That innocence that confounds the darkness. The hope is not weakness, it's resistance. However, this innocence is immediately crushed by the line, "You throw words at me that choke me. No matter what, I'll lie next to you tonight." This isn't just a metaphor for a toxic relationship. It represents the constant disappointment people experience in their interactions with one another. When they get let down and hurt, that inner child hurts because that undying hope that there is good within people gets stabbed over and over again. It's also a metaphor for the way we often close to our own pain, even when we know it's harming us. It echoes the way trauma survivors and people that experience trauma and have to deal with it normalize hurt, sometimes inviting it back in out of habit, guilt, or fear of being alone. Then we are introduced to the line, "Let me love you even if you don't," which is gut punch. Which is directly tied to the concept of forgiving yourself. It chooses softness in the face of rejection. This could be referring to a specific person, but the way I interpret it is that it is yourself. The person is begging for permission to keep loving something broken, to keep loving themselves. The person refuses to give up on themselves, no matter what, no matter the hurt, offering love unconditionally. But the real tragedy is that it's misplaced and it's slowly destroying them. If you want, I'll go with you on a journey. Go on a journey with you. The journey, the voyage, isn't just literal. It offers this dilemma. Is the person going to run away with the one who keeps hurting them? Are they going to walk across the road of forgiveness? Are they going to walk across the road of forgetting the past? And are they going to walk back into the past one last time to forgive the person who hurt them, or really themselves? In my head, it's emotional involvement. It's acknowledging that you're not healed yet, but you're trying. You refuse to give up on this journey. You refuse to let go and fade away, willingly walking back into the pain with the hope that healing will bloom. Let's wrap this up with arguably one of the best lyrics we have ever seen, coming from a Eurovision song. "Flowers are more beautiful when you water them. You've cut me so many times." Hello? Hello? Zoe, what the frickity frick frag? What do you mean? Diva got that pen and thought to herself, let's make this unstable, miserable Slavic twink suffer even more. As if I have not suffered enough already. Back to the line. It serves as the core of the song. It's everything. It's everything. It encapsulates the leitmotif of the song. Self-love and forgiveness. It is a painful and difficult process which requires gentleness. It uses the symbol and the metaphor of the flower, metaphor of fragility and vulnerability. A flower without water does not just fade, it withers quietly and slowly.
I can't.
You cannot cut a flower over and over again without killing it. But if you water yourself, it can still bloom. It's admitting that you cannot be responsible for all of the hurt you have experienced. It's taking a step back, taking your inner child's hand and confronting your demons and saying, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for the pain. I forgive myself for the hurt. I forgive myself for everything that has happened to me. I forgive myself. You've cut me so many times. The pause before times is devastating. It leaves space for the weight of the pain to land, the repeated hurt, the emotional violence, the pruning of self-esteem by someone who never knew how to tend.
And the madness.
But through this, there is a deeper, quieter pain. The person stayed, she stayed, Zoe stayed. She stayed bearing the hurt which could have come from a special someone, but that could have also come from herself and her inner voices. But keeping the flame inside of her, which kept her going through everything and anything. It's acknowledgement through self-forgiveness, through forgiveness for yourself. It's refusal to be hurt anymore. And then the last line, go on a journey with me. She flips the pronoun. She invites not someone else, but herself on a journey with her, on her terms. That's not surrender. That's a quiet reclaiming of power. Oh, Jesus Christ. Voyage is not just about hurt and trauma, it's about what comes after. It's about learning to see yourself as worthy of being watered, saying I stayed with no shame but with the promise to walk out now, beginning the journey towards wholeness even with a limping heart. In that sense, Voyage doesn't just ask us to feel, it asks for forgiving ourselves, for not knowing better, for staying too long, for loving too hard. I am a wreck. I am a wreck.
I can't. Get out.
Now, to lighten up the mood, one thing I really associate the song with is this picture of baby Gottem. And it's so personal to me because in this picture, and why I think it ties into the song, is because I'm so happy. Look at that smile. Look at that stupid little faggot smiling.
Don't talk shite!
And also I have this little flower crown on, which I don't know why I have on, but it reminds me of the song. And it's probably my favorite picture of me of all time. It's so sweet and endearing to me. And if I get the chance to meet Zoe, or if any of you get to her, please show her this pic. I need her to see this pic. It's literally Voyage, summed up in a pic.
And that is the truth of the matter.
Now, let's move on to the prediction. And one thing I refuse to accept is that this will get the Au Jardim effect. I disagree. I don't think it will.
Yeah, keeping it real.
I think in terms of vibe and in terms of how it will translate, I think it has the same vibe as Growing Up is Getting Old by Victoria, Bulgaria, 2021.
Whoever's behind this is a magician.
I think it will also get a similar result. A silent killer with the juries, probably getting top 5. And possibly getting buried a little by the televote, just like Victoria got, by getting 30 points.
I'm not gonna take this! You cannot do this!
But yeah, don't sleep on this. I think this is silent killer for the juries, and I am honestly expecting a result around 11th to 15th in the final. And it will honestly be deserved. I'm just sad that if they weren't hosting this year, I think we could have had a real talk about this getting a top 10 or hell, even a top 5.
I'm not doing it, okay?
But yeah, just keep in mind, and you can call me later on this, don't sleep on this because it will outperform, most definitely.
Needs to come top 10 in the televote.
And now, finalizing this video with the last ranking, let's end it with a bang. Starting off with the message, and for the first time since the beginning of the season, I'm gonna give this song a 10 out of 10 for the message. Yes, I will, and I don't care. Same goes for the lyrics, I'm gonna give a 9.5, which... Real, I love these. I mean, clearly. Moving on to the musical value, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10. It's so masterfully built. It's so fragile. That's what I would say for this entry. That's the one word that perfectly sums up this entry. Fragile. Then, moving on to originality and authenticity, I'm gonna give an 8.5 out of 10. In my opinion, it's really real and sincere, and that makes it so authentic. Especially the flower motif. I adore it, and it's not something you would normally see at Eurovision.
It was good, wasn't it? Let's face it.
Potential, setting my bias aside, I'm gonna give a 6.5 out of 10. And wrapping this up with, last but not least, the Jon Olesen wow factor, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
With the combined average of 8.75 for Switzerland this year, despite them hosting. I don't know if this is actually my highest ranking song so far.
He's got to be the winner. Sorry, Charles.
But I'm just absolutely in love with it. And I wouldn't mind going to Basel again next year. Actually, I would. I'm not going to. But I would love them to win. Again, I think it will be deserved.
Dun, 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 dun.
But yeah, I just hope Europe doesn't pay dust to this song. Because, you know what? If that happens, I'm gonna be really, really, really sad and angry. And is it my personal winner as of now? I don't know. We shall see in a future video. Which is a perfect segue into wrapping up this lovely long episode. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been quite a big video, 5 whole songs.
Huge success. No wonder, because I was involved.
It has been so enjoyable. I have been waiting to talk about these songs, and we are almost there. We have almost finished talking about the songs of this year. I mean, of course, lots of content is coming on its way, so that's a perfect reminder for the last time to subscribe. You can always subscribe, you can always support me, you can always like, share this video, everything, all that fun stuff. Just join us. It's a lovely little asylum we have going on.
So, okay, we have balloons now.
And you can be a part of it. And with that, you can also follow me on social media as well.
Who uses Pinterest like for account? Like
You can follow me on Twitter, which I'm very active on. I post my thirsting, all of that fun stuff, all of my bullshit and shenanigans every single day on there. So if you want to keep up with that, you can go over and follow me on there.
That's what you are. Filth.
And you can also, of course, follow me on Instagram, where it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more of my everyday life outside of Eurovision, outside of crying to Zoe Me. It's crying to other songs, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been your boy, Gottem. It was my pleasure to have you around this time, and see you all very, very soon. And remember, ich Gottem.